The Empire of Relv is a fortress of isolation. Its entire population, barely 200 people, lives inside a single city, protected by a massive stone wall and a deep defensive moat. While the physical defenses look impenetrable, the city is built on a volatile foundation. The political and personal secrets of its leadership have made the empire far more vulnerable than its citizens realize. This diagram illustrates the relationship between Relv and the aggressive Antor Empire. King Tuss presents himself as a cautious diplomat, but he secretly broke a major trade agreement. The conflict is also personal. Tuss slashed a sacred Antor meditation cushion, guaranteeing a violent retaliation. Tuss's cowardice and hidden sabotage have turned the kingdom into a target. He has spent years projecting an image of stability while the fuse of a catastrophic war was already burning. Prince Korsk lives a life in direct opposition to his father's shadowy diplomacy. While Tuss avoids his subjects, Korsk spends his time in the barracks, obsessed with the honesty of physical combat. He ignores the royal tutors and the classes on economics his father demands he attend. Instead, Korsk spends his days training in secret alongside the kingdom's knights, mastering the skills of a warrior. Korsk is also hiding a relationship that would end in his death. He has been in a passionate, secret romance with the knight commander, Solak, for years, a truth that would lead to their immediate execution if the king ever discovered it. This delicate balance of secrets is interrupted by two outsiders, Artix and Joey. They arrive at the gates claiming to be simple travelers, but they carry a specific warning. The Antor army is only 3 days away. With an external threat now visible at the gates, the hidden lives of the royal family and the secret foundations of the city are forced into a violent collision. As the Antor army reaches the walls, the luxury of keeping secrets vanishes. The high stakes of the invasion force the citizens and their leaders out of their manufactured roles. Korsk chooses this moment to abandon his royal disguise. He sheds his princely robes to reveal full battle armor, openly taking his place as a trained soldier among his subjects. The professional distance between Korsk and Solak also breaks down. Under the stress of the impending assault, their mutual devotion and fear for one another become visible to the travelers watching from the sidelines. Artix and Joey are maintaining their own deception. While they appear to be medieval travelers, they are secretly observing the conflict with anachronistic, futuristic knowledge that doesn't belong in this world. The consequences of King Tuss's lies finally arrive at the castle. The Antor leader, Orlar, breaches the throne room personally, seeking vengeance for the insult Tuss tried to keep hidden. War acts as a spotlight on these hidden truths. The physical invasion has removed the barriers of the castle, forcing every character to face the reality they spent years trying to suppress. The fighting outside the walls is brutal. The Relvan guards are outnumbered, and their traditional armor is easily pierced by the specialized weapons of the Antor invaders. Inside the throne room, King Tuss dies in a panic. He was more concerned with saving a chest of royal gold than the city itself, and he is executed by Orlar, the final price for his political betrayals. Korsk arrives too late to save his father, but he kills Orlar in a fit of rage. He avenges a king he never respected, using the very combat skills his father tried to prevent him from learning. The nature of the conflict changes when Solak is fatally wounded on the southern plain. Seeing his friend fall, Joey drops his traveler disguise. He uses laser vision to vaporize the remaining Antor soldiers, ending the battle with technology defying this kingdom's laws. The exposure of these truths, the king's failure, the prince's lethality, and the alien's power, has destroyed the reality of the empire. The city is saved, but the rules that governed it are gone. After the last of the Antor forces are incinerated, a heavy silence settles over the battlefield. The surviving guards drop to their knees, hailing Korsk as their new king. By the standards of a traditional epic, Korsk has reached his peak. He has defended his home, defeated his enemies, and inherited his father's throne through blood and fire. But Korsk isn't looking at the crown. He ignores the cheers of his subjects to search the southern plains, eventually finding Solak's body among the dead. The survival of the city and his new political power offer no comfort. To Korsk, the acquisition of the empire is meaningless compared to the loss of the only person who knew his true self. Traditional hero stories expect the prince to accept his duty and lead his people through the aftermath of war. Korsk chooses a different conclusion. Still standing over Solak's body, the new king asks the travelers to take him with them. He leaves the leaderless city of Relv behind, choosing to follow Artix and Joey into the unknown. He leaves the royal emblem in the dirt, walking away from a throne built on his father's deceptions. Without Solak to anchor him to this life, the crown is just a heavy piece of metal, representing a duty he no longer wants. Korsk disappears into the distance with the strangers, abandoning his empire to find its own way through the wreckage. He exits the system entirely, choosing to live with his grief rather than remain trapped within the architecture of lies his father left behind.